Is it still buffering? I'm going to try this again. For some reason, my internet keeps spinning, and I don't know what you heard and what you haven't. A little bit frustrating when it does this. I don't know what the issue is. It's crazy because I go through Verizon, and they're like nationwide supposed to be, but for some reason it's going spin, spin, spin. So I don't even know. I don't even know if it's working or not, but we're going to try this again. Hopefully you can hear it. I mean, I don't know. It's spinning right now. Ugh, why is it spinning? Well, I don't care. I'm going to do it again. I want to do something else. So this is called End. Like I said the last time, I wrote this like a long time ago, so don't judge me. I haven't fixed it yet. And I really can't read my writing that good. Seems the pain I feel will never fade. Surely you can remember the love we once made. Hidden lies you speak roll off your lips in anger. How you just stopped loving me for a stranger. I knew your body more than any other. You betrayed me for another. I felt your skin bare next to mine. I never knew that loving you was only going to be a limited time. Now, you may never know how I felt. I look at the hand that I've now been dealt. Leaving should have never came that easy. In my eyes, there wasn't a time that you didn't please me. Before a moment apart, you changed your mind. I guess all the love for you I had kept my eyes blind. You sneak around and give another woman love that should have only belonged to me. But you claim there's no one else. You just want to be free. Deep in my soul, it tells my heart, girl, you know better. Nothing stopped you from cheating. She drug you away and you just let her. I feel you're different and I can't figure why. You just ignore my pleas and leave me alone to vomit and cry. Weeks ago, you wanted me to have your baby. Now you don't even want him. It's not even a question of maybe. Lies roll off your evil tongue. You string me along and you play. But I'm your pregnant wife. Why do you keep doing me this way? Our girls didn't mean much to you either. You murdered them and tried to make me the monster, the deceiver. You pretend to love me one last time to gain my trust, only to end my life strangling me for your mistress and your dirty lust. We were your family who loved you beyond the heavens and the sky, and you destroyed us and you hurt us, and then you tell them all nothing but lies. You took away our last breath when you could have just left. Why did it have to end in death? Again, I haven't really went back and fixed anything. I don't really like particularly the middle or the end of this, so I will probably fix it later. I don't know. I just don't know. I might leave it as is. But typically, I go in and I correct like misspellings, punctuations, and stuff like that. But I didn't really do that here, and that's why I had a little difficulty um, trying to read it. But it's still spinning. I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe it's working. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Hopefully, you got to hear it because I'm not doing it again. Not to be mean to anybody, but I'm just not. This is like the second time I've tried to do it. So if you can't hear it, I apologize. I have reset my router. I don't know what the problem is or why it's spinning. I've never had this issue. The other day, I kicked it over because I was doing some stuff, and I don't know, man. I thought I fixed it. I guess I didn't. But like I said, I had this on top of the refrigerator, and I don't know if you heard me the last time when I was on here like 10 minutes ago, but basically, I can't sleep because my better half is not here. He's in a different state working. And typically he doesn't have to do that a whole lot, but he does do it like randomly every other month or so. And when he does that, I have a really hard time like focusing or sleeping or eating or reminding myself to stay hydrated. And I just like pace the floors with a mop and a broom and a freaking dusty thing going around cleaning like a crazy person. And I've cleaned and cleaned and cleaned until there's nothing left to clean. It's like, oh, I don't even know what time. It's like 4:50 in the morning, and I worked all day, and I didn't get any sleep last night or prior. He's been gone since like, what is today? I then I lost the day. Today's Wednesday, right? Thursday. Today's Thursday. No, I don't know. Oh, well, okay. So I promised you guys a poem, and that I said that I was going to use this page for that as well because I have a whole entire tote box full. I've been writing since I've been like 9, 7, very young. I think my very first poem was about a cat and some ice cream. It's pretty funny, very childish, but I kept it. Well, my mother kept it because I don't know why. I guess mommies do that kind of thing. And when I got married, I didn't even know that she kept it. But when I got married and like, well, I moved out before I got married, but when I got married, she said, "Here's your preschool stuff, your everything. Here you go." And I'm like, "Why are you giving me this now? Ain't you supposed to die first?" And she's like, "Well, you live a pretty good chunk away, and you're gonna start your own family, and I'm sure you're gonna have a girl or two, or I don't even know how many kids you're gonna have, or nothing like that." She said, "But it's something kind of cute for your daughters to look at if you ever have any, or your sons." And I'm like, "Yeah." So I kept everything that she gave me, and I went through that box one day and I found that my very first poem that I'd ever written. And I can't believe she held on to it all those years. And it's not even that good. But I was probably between 7 and 10. I think I was about 10, really. But I write about everything. I got one that I wrote when I was about 17, and I had sent it to California to be in the famous, what was it? Famous Poets of 2000 Society. And I had to fly out to Las Vegas, Nevada, and my parents and my grandparents wouldn't allow it because, well, I think I was 16 because I was only 16 years old, and I would have had to miss like 3 days of school. And they were like, "No, absolutely not. Your education's more important than writing some poem and going and reading it for Dr. Jing Chang, whatever his name was. I don't even remember now." But they picked my poem. I sent it out there to them, and they said that I could come there and I could read it and everything, and that I would be in the book of the famous poets 2000. So it was in the year 2000. So I was 16, and I didn't get to go. That was extremely upsetting for me. I wasn't even 16 yet because it was in January when I'd sent it, and I didn't turn 16 until that April. So I didn't get to go. But that's life for you. But nonetheless, I've been writing ever since then. But anyway, it's called Just Remember God. And man, I wrote that and I used it for quite a few different things. I've got an A plus on it in one of my classes. I think it's my English lit. I can't remember. But yeah, no, it might have been language arts. I don't remember. But I used it for something in school, and they were like, "Oh my!" They typed it up. Actually, they took it off the notebook paper. My teacher did. She loved it so much. She typed it up on her computer and she printed it out, and she hung it in the classroom. And then it went from the classroom to the hallway on the bulletin board for everybody in the entire school to come by and read. And it had my name at the end. It was like by blankety blank blank. And they were like, "We really love this poem. I'm going to take a copy. Can I have a copy?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then my teacher was like, um, "The way you write so much from your heart. You should really become a writer." And I really did want to, but I didn't want to be just like a book writer or nothing like that. I wanted to write poem books, and that was my biggest thing growing up. And I wrote poems every single night and day. I had uh, a backpack that I had about 320-page loose, well, not loose, but they're spiral, 120-page spiral notebooks in my backpack that were full of poetry. And I carried that backpack everywhere with me. Just a little tidbit about me. And if I felt something that I didn't know how to deal with, I would write it down into a poem. And man, there's some good ones and there's some bad ones. I mean, this one here that I just read to you, I don't think it's great. It needs a lot of work, but it'd do for now. Just to let you know that I didn't string you along about poetry or nothing like that, that I do have it, and I just haven't really had the time. Now, in the summertime, I'll go back to my regular 10-hour shift days and I'll have more time. But right now, I've been pulling 16s, and that's been at least 5 days a week. So I don't have a whole lot of time to go through that tote box and organize everything the way that needs to be organized. I mean, I've got binders full of freaking poetry that I've written. So I just want you guys to know that I'm really, really, truly, honestly working on it. You just got to give me a little bit of time because I'm a procrastinator. If I can do it Tuesday, I'll do it Tuesday. If it's due on Thursday, I'm not going to get it done till Thursday morning. I don't know why I'm like that. I just am. I'm going to be late for everything in life too. So I'll probably be late for my own funeral. I promise you that. I probably won't even attend. If there's a life after death, I'm not even going to go to that son of a bitch because I don't want to see half the people that don't even care there. So I'm probably talking to myself because it's still spinning. It's saying offline buffering, but the lights are green, so I don't understand what's going on. Well, on the off chance that I'm talking to myself, I gotta go. I gotta do something. I'm hoping my husband comes back today, but he probably won't. Because when I talked to him last night on the phone at like 8:30 when he was going to bed, he's in a hotel room right now. Um, he said, "Well, we don't have the job completely done. I'm hoping to get it done tomorrow. You might see me probably really, really late tomorrow evening." And I'm like, well, evening. Your evening is different than mine. My evening, because of my work schedule, is about 3 in the morning. What is your evening? He's like, well, probably about midnight, honestly, 2 o'clock, between 12 and 2 a.m. And I was like, great. Okay. I hate it. When you're with somebody for so long, and I've been with this guy for so long, I feel like I'm missing like the whole left side of me. When I lay in bed and I try to fall asleep, I can't. Like I've taken Tylenol PM, I've taken Z-Quil, I've taken 3 melatonin. I think it's called melatonin, and I'm not tired. Like I'm tired, but I cannot sleep. It was the same thing last night today when I got home from work. I tried to lay down and take a little nappy nap just to like not be so exhausted, and I laid there for 2 hours and I couldn't do nothing. And I was like, well, screw it. So I ended up getting up, re-cleaning, and there's nothing dirty here. I mean, you could probably lick my floors by now. And it's always clean, but I tidied up a lot of things. And but anyway, I go around, I clean like crazy, and there's nothing to even clean. And I feel like one of the OCD people who just can't sit still. But anyway, I made chili, and I made a huge pot of chili. Like I had like 4 pounds of hamburger meat, okay? And I had 4 onions. But man, I donated half of it because the neighbors next to me, they don't have a whole lot of stuff to eat, and I feel so bad for them. So, I usually when I make like stews and stuff like that, soups and pastas, or not pastas, but chilies and like uh, my cabbage soup and stuff like that, I always try to make double so I can take them over some and it'll last them a couple of days where they're not over there starving. And so that's what I did. That's why I had all that. I didn't do it because, like, I'm crazy or nothing, or I was going to freeze it. I did it because I knew that they don't have anything. And I haven't taken them anything in a couple of days because I've been so busy working. And I haven't really cooked anything other than, like 6 pancakes for my boy and 2 sausage patties for him and a couple of eggs, stuff like that. But because when my man's not here, I don't really cook. I don't have to. I could eat a pack of the little orange peanut butter crackers and a 20-ounce Mountain Dew, and I'm good for 2 days. I don't, you know. Oh well, all right then. I appreciate the time if you were here. If not, that's okay too. I don't know if I should try to review this to see if it's even working or not. I probably won't. Either it is or it isn't. And listen, if you didn't like it, that's fine. Just don't be mean about it. I mean, I know it needs some work. And yes, I know you're going to say it. It is about Shanann and Chris. So I don't know why I felt to write it. I just did. I didn't intend for that to happen. It just kind of happened. I just thought of it and it came to me. And I don't know why that happens to me. But it's not like I was saying, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to sit down and write a poem about Shanann today. It didn't happen like that. None of my poems ever happen like that. I just get this sense of sadness sometimes or anger or whatever emotion. And then something will pop in my head. And then I'll grab my pen and my paper and I'll start writing. And when I start writing, it just comes out. And that's what came out. I didn't intentionally do that. I didn't plan to do that. It just happened. I have one about Summer Wells too that I wrote when she first came up missing. And I don't know where that's at this very moment, but it's very sad and I don't like reading it because it makes me cry. So, because I think that was one mistreated little girl, but I'm not judging nobody and I'm not speculating nothing. But, you can see what you can see with your eyes. But anyway, so thank you for joining me if you did. I don't never know if anybody's in here. I don't have anything to see if anybody's in here. It doesn't tell me like anybody's joined or anything. But I just want to tell you thanks for joining me if you did. And remember, spread love, not hate. Don't text and drive. Don't drink and drive because your life is important. Other people's lives are important. There was a bad wreck just the other day, and it was in my county. And just so we know and we're clear, the dude was texting on his phone, and he didn't see the stop sign, and he went plow. He was flying down. He was going, I think, 50 in a 35. And when that girl came out, man, he T-boned her. He hurt her pretty bad, I think, because they air carried her. So there's that. That's why I say that, because, you know, we can prevent a lot of things if we just pay attention. So go over to Zwoki and give him a follow. He totally deserves it. I'm still working on liking all of his videos and trying to comment. And I'm not trying to do that to win anything. I just genuinely like him, and I want to get him some fame and popularity, I guess you could say. I think he kind of just, not kind of, but I think he deserves it. Michelle Walks, Michelle After Dark, reporting live from my sofa with Paul, Gold Rush Paranormal. If nobody's ever went there, listen to me. Do me a favor, because I know I'm not crazy. If you go to Gold Rush Paranormal, his name is Costas. I know it's going to take you a second to scroll down. Well, scrolling down, I mean, you're going to the bottom, but the things are going up. So maybe it's up. No, it's definitely down. No, that's up. So scroll up, push all those videos like toward the top, and take yourself to the bottom, and go back to where you see the session with Shanann Watts. I swear to God, it sounds just like her. I've never heard an EVP sound so much like a person as much as that one. And I'm like, is he like taking her voice? And I don't want to speculate and ruin anybody's channel, but it's so similar. The similarities there is just crazy. It's just crazy to me. It's so similar that you would almost think you're listening to her from somebody's phone or something. And I'm thinking like, well, maybe they like cropped her voice and made her say things. I don't know if that's possible because I'm not tech savvy. I'm not computer savvy. I don't know any of that crap. Never was my thing. But Gold Rush Paranormal would cost us. And I think Zwokey would really enjoy it if he would go there and check that out. Because man, it sounds just like her. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I've done and kept you here another 10 minutes babbling on. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, that's fine. No worries, no big deal. Maybe the next one. So I hope you guys have a great day. And keep your chin up if you're feeling down. Remember, somebody loves you, and it's God, usually. If you don't believe in God, that's okay. I'm not forcing it on you. To each their own. Say a little prayer for the Ruzek family because God knows they deserve it more than anybody on the planet probably right now, except for the ill and the dying and the young, you know. And let's just hope that all this goes away and they can live life in peace. This is, I'm going to say one thing before I let you go. This is the Ruzek family's time to be growing old and retiring and enjoying life. And I feel so bad because I know that they can't do that. They just can't. Not only because Shanann is gone and the girls and Nico are gone, but because people out here that make their YouTube channels a hate channel toward them, they've got to deal with all of that too. So it's like not only do they get beat with the billy stick, but they get cuffed to the bed while it happens, and it's not fair. It's truly not. But just say a little prayer for them, please, because they need it. They deserve it. And as always, always, say a little prayer for Shanann, Bella, Cece, and Nico that they get to rest in peace and this will soon stop. And what I mean by that is going to their grave, making videos. The way I see that's like you have no business going to pay your respect to her. You didn't even know her. If you want to pay your respects to her, say a prayer for her. That's all you have to do. You don't have to put yourself on a live on your phone and go up to her old house and do all these things. That is so disrespectful, in my opinion. You don't have to go to her grave and be like, oh, it's so beautiful. Bitch, we know it's beautiful. Why are you there? Why are you hounding the Ruzek family? Stop it. It's not about respect, y'all, in my opinion. And it's not about, you know, what's the word I'm thinking of? I just had a brain freeze. It's not about paying respects. It's about how many clicks and views and likes can I get by being here on a live right now? How many people can I get to join me? Can we make it 400? Okay, let's go on up to 5. Can we make it 7? Oh, thanks, 59.99. That is all it's about, in my opinion. I pray for Shanann, Bella, Cece, Frankie, Frank, and Sandra every night. Every night I say prayer. And I I include them in my family. I pray for my family all the time. I pray for the world because I know the world needs it too. Because there's just so much evil right now, and it's scary. It truly is. But okay, we're not here for that. Hope you guys have a great day. Have a great rest of your week. I don't know when I'll be on again. God bless you all. And if you're not a subscriber, you can consider it. If not, no worries, no big deal. Maybe next time. And in the meantime, I will work on getting out some more poems for you guys. If you like that one. If you didn't, I probably won't. Because I'm real subconscious about my stuff. But that's not so much about me and you know what I mean? All right then. I'm just wired up because I'm not tired. I'm tired, but I'm not tired, if that makes sense. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. It's still buffering. I'll probably talk for no reason.